Hello, Bill T. Jones.
Congratulations on Wednesday. I saw it last night.
Thank you for
Uh,
the show.
yeah, yes. Well, thank you for your being our resident commissioning artist. Uh, so, what are we doing here? We usually, before our people perform at New York Live Arts, we usually do a chat called a casual conversation that we post so people can know, hearing from the creator, what to expect. The piece is premiere. I saw it, and I'm. Am I correct that the last time you and I spoke, I or you thought that it would be best that our next conversation should be after the opening?
Yeah,
right.
That's correct.
So here we are. Here we are, and so I think that it would be really useful for you, for those persons who are curious about the work, who love your work, to hear how you're feeling about what's going on, what went down, what's happening.
Yeah, well, I feel I feel grateful more than anything. I think being able to finally put on this show that we've been making for a number of years now is just
Oh,
a
7 years according to
7 years.
text.
7 years. It's a feat, just that. And so that we, made it through a pandemic, that we actually had a premiere, that our show won't end today. It's very normal for me and our work. We do our shows, we make them for however long, we do it for one weekend and then it's over. So there's a sense of gratitude knowing that we still have next week to do the show, God willing, and that's very, very unique and special. And I'm mostly looking forward to seeing what a work of mine looks like over that kind of time. People are talking about it, dancers are gonna feel different, and that's gonna change the show. It's gonna be a very different show next week, and I'm looking forward
So
to
you
it.
have, are you going to be making any tweaks to it? Or are you just going to let the baby sit there and okay, all right.
I mean, we'll see. I say that, but I also waive my rights to do whatever the hell I please with my work. But
Yeah.
as of right now, I can't. We've worked on it so long, and we've finished it so many times that I feel like the kind of editing that I would do in the future, I've done so much of over the course of stopping and starting and stopping and starting. So it feels, although, I'm always nervous that people are gonna hate my work because it's so long, I do feel like I've edited quite a bit and everything that's there feels necessary, at least in respect to us only doing, 7 performances.
I remember a conversation with my colleague, Stephen Petronio, back in the 80s, I believe. And he and I were comparing notes, and he said, I'm really interested in all work that is obsessive. And that was very much something that those of us who were post-minimalist, many of us were maximalist, and we wanted to work that shit, work it, and work it until the public would scream, right? That was a hallmark of a kind of deconstruction, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Protracted time, many repetitions, and so on. And I feel, well, maybe I should ask you, is that part of the strategy of the piece, that it is sometimes too much? When I sat there last night, and I hope this is not a spoiler, and it was I thought the piece was actually brilliant. Trying, it had its overload. There were technical problems, particularly in the first half hour, where I could not understand everything, and it made me a little anxious. And I know like I was alone because it was moving so fast. And what did she say? What did they say? But then you do repeat it. You are a master of the meta, scarily so. It's scary in a way that you are. What about this obsessiveness? When that last Nina Simone song, I said, oh, this is a great place. In the first 20 seconds of it, the light should go down. But you made us sit there after almost 2 hours, and you did in watching a light show. Yeah. And then people left. What's going on there with obsessiveness, excessiveness?
Yeah, well, one is I like making work that is at the speed of my thinking.
Mm.
And I also believe that the repetition brings insight. And so there's something about let's just think, let's go, let's think, okay, wait, let's go back and reference what we just referenced and then pull it forward and get the new information and then go forward, let's go back. That structure of thinking, I wanted to, that's my form. That's the form for me.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
and and I do know that people, I think one of the more difficult things of my job right now is watching the audience watch. It's so hard. Ooh, it is painful. And
Really?
it's a challenge for me because I do think of many things to change so as that it makes the audience more comfortable, or it makes them, maybe they won't dislike me if I just make it easier for them. And then I have to hold myself to like an integrity of like, I think that it's worth it for them to experience this the way that you want them to experience. And you have to give up, and it's so hard, Bill, but you have to give up this idea that they need to like you and just do the work that, in many ways, it's like I have to get out of the way. That's my ego. So I have to like get out of the way and be like, that's the work you made. Now you got to deal with it. And let other
And
people.
of course, who you're talking to,
I know who
right?
I'm talking to.
Yes, right. And to make them like you,
Mm,
to actually charm them.
mhm.
There is this, and you bristle when things that are flying out of that sometimes feel like they're flying at my head.
Yeah.
Like that, what black artists and artists of color do. You're a
Yeah.
really harsh critic, and you say things that are, well, they perform this way for white audiences, and what did he just say? And then it went by, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, of course, I've heard some of the things on the phone in our conversations,
Yeah.
but it is, you stir shit. You stir shit and it's moving. Oh, now you know that, now, don't you? Right, right, right. And it's moving faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that one of the impressions I had watching it was that you were in my face,
Mhm.
not me personally, but in the face of the audience.
Yeah.
It feels like there is a person here who is very aggressive,
Mm.
who is aggressive and in his demands on the world. What do you think about that? That
I think I'm tired, Bill. I don't think I'm aggressive. I think I'm maybe not tired. That's not fair. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm not tired because I'll go on and on and on. And I don't mean to be aggressive, but I also want to cut through the bullshit.
and what is this bullshit that we're cutting through?
I think that there's a lot of like there's a lot of identity politics, there's a lot of social politics, there's a lot of politic in general, like the way we're supposed to talk about things or the way that we're supposed to be paying attention to the times. And there's a little bit of that for me that feels like it's not real. That is a facade that people put on so as not to disturb anybody. And I don't feel like that is a way that I want to experience life.
Mhm.
I certainly don't want to offend people, but I don't want to live in such a way that's untruthful that I don't have the capacity to offend people. That feels
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
I'm less human or that I'm less real. So
Are
I
you are
try
you
to get to that line.
are you teaching people? Because it feels very pedagogical in places. If not,
Well,
in
yes
fact.
and no. I would be afraid of being didactic,
Mhm.
but I do believe, and something that I love about theater and live theater is that you can teach people how to watch what you're doing while you're doing it. So in some ways, yes, I feel like I'm teaching them to understand what I'm doing, but I don't feel like I'm not teaching them like an academic lesson. I'm not teaching them a lesson, but I am teaching them how to watch.
Well,
There-
good for you. Well, Raja, thank you on this afternoon. Thank you for the work. I think the work is, as I told you, you're really handsome and lovable cast last night. As I came down to the dressing room, I think it's truly a brilliant work, and I dare say it's a unique work. Now, set in the light of having seen Jasper Johns that afternoon, the work I have been trying to make for 40 years. But I think that there is something about it that gives it a particular vibration. We're full of gratitude. I'm sure that there are many more things to talk about. But Raja, you and I, when you became the Rangelovic Stryker resident commissioning artist, you requested a number of conversations with Bill,
Mhm.
and here we are. Are we done?
Do you want to be done now?
Well, you know, I am so elsewhere. I will never be done watching Raja's work, right? But now there was something intimate that was established by your insisting on these casual conversations.
Mhm.
They were part of your process, I thought.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So we've closed the circle now. We've
Yes,
closed the circle. Yeah. Well, I've never felt closure in such a new and frightening way as this one, because I don't think you now have hours and hours and hours of this conversation.
Mhm.
And knowing how you claim everything that you hear and think and see, and it's all fodder for what might come in the future. That's what I mean. I never assume it's done. But we will say in front of the world that as of now, it's been a hell of a residency. And I'm very, very proud to have been part of what the work is. And I bless you on that. And please take care. And I want everybody in the world to see this work. Thank you. On behalf of New York Live Arts, I thank you very much, Raja, for the time you have given. All the best to you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.